Speaking of threats, got to give a shout out to the Brevard County Sheriff Wayne Ivey, who is warning rioters that if they encircle vehicles in the street, if they try to shut down traffic, they're going to get run over.
So I'm gonna break it down for you, all right? And if somebody wants to know what I mean by turn violent, all right, this is what I mean. If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. If you throw a brick, a firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead. We're not going to play. This has got to stop.
This has got to stop. So this is the sheriff saying, look, if you mess around in these riots, if you get out of hand, we're going to hurt you, we're going to arrest you, and we might kill you. That's we, law enforcement. Go to oldglorybank.com/Knowles. You know, some companies are just now rediscovering patriotism and treating love of country like it's a hot new trend, not Old Glory Bank. They have been pro-America from the very beginning, back when standing for faith, family, and freedom actually cost something. I can't believe how long it took me to hear about Old Glory Bank. When I heard about it, I started setting up my account almost immediately, because Old Glory Bank is the bank for people who remember that the Constitution is not a suggestion. Old Glory Bank won't cancel you for believing that Easter is about more than just a bunny, or that women's restrooms aren't for men. Your money is your money. No DEI or ESG nonsense, only PSL. Not pumpkin spice lattes, privacy, security, and liberty. Because of their great mobile banking, Old Glory Bank has become the premier bank for the freedom economy, with customers in all 50 states. Especially, I've banked with other banks before, some of which like hate our guts. And so when I heard about Old Glory Bank, I said, oh, great. Now I get a bank that actually doesn't hate me. This is fabulous. Love it. Why are you still banking with the banks that hate what you believe? At Old Glory Bank, they don't apologize for loving the American tradition. So join me. Go to oldglorybank.com/Knowles to make the switch today. That is oldglorybank.com/Knowles. It takes just a few minutes to open an account and join the right side of banking. Ron DeSantis goes further. Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, comes out. He says, hey, if you're a rioter and you really get out of hand here, not only might law enforcement kill you with immunity, ordinary citizens might do it too.
And we also have a policy that if you're driving on one of those streets and a mob comes and surrounds your vehicle and threatens you, you have a right to flee for your safety. And so if you drive off and you hit one of these people, that's their fault for impinging on you. You don't have to sit there and just be a sitting duck and let the mob grab you out of your car and drag you through the streets. You have a right to defend yourself in Florida.
Totally right. And this is, look, some people are going to feel really rah-rah about this policy just out of their base passions. They're going to say, yeah, that's right, go get those protesters. But Ron DeSantis is a reasonable guy. He's a very grounded, reasonable guy. And I think this policy is grounded and reasonable, even though it sounds so provocative. Wait, hold on. You get to run over protesters if they're surrounding your car in the street? Yes, that's reasonable. That doesn't come from wrath. That doesn't come from a knee-jerk reaction. That's reasonable. Put yourself in the position of a parent. He's driving his car. He's got his little kids in the back seat. And these violent leftists surround your car. We know many times in the past they drag people out of their cars when they surround you. There's no good reason for people on their feet to be surrounding your car. What do? You have a responsibility to protect your kids. The reasonable thing to do is try not to run these people over, but if it's between be stalled out with your kids in the back of the car sitting ducks with violent leftists around you and running some of them over, they have the chance to get out of the way. The reasonable thing to do is to run them over. It's the Thomistic principle of double effect. You're not trying to run these people over. You're trying to get your own kids out of danger, and you have a responsibility to do that. And the double effect of that might be that you got to run some of them over. This is absolutely right. Imagine you got a kid in the back of the car. Your kid is in need of medical care. You're driving to the hospital, and these lunatics shut down the freeway. The responsible right thing to do is to drive your car, and if the protesters won't get out of the way, if the lunatic leftists won't get out of the way, well, you're gonna put them out of the way. That's the responsible right thing to do. I want to see legislation like this in, at the very least, every red state around the country. It's beautiful stuff. That was a great clip. Stop. Hold up. Subscribe, please. Thank you.